Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and your host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share this with you to leave an everlasting impact upon you. Let me be crystal clear. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in the coffin, but you know you're not dead. You try to lift the lid in the coffin, but the enormous weight of the dirt is preventing the lid from opening. You think about giving up and waiting for death to arrive. But then you think, how about if I bang on the coffin lid? Maybe I'll unsettle the dirt that's on the top of the lid, and someone might notice and start digging their way down to help me. This is what it's like to find yourself at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You don't know where to go, but you know you can't do it on your own either. In reality, there are probably people standing right by your grave looking to help you. You just don't realize that. You just think today is the day you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind when you were abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might take away what was preciously given to you by the Lord Jesus, your life? You'll take it away from yourself, and more importantly, you'd be so selfish because you'll be taking it away from your friends and your loved ones. With this, let me leave with one last thought. Don't be that person banging on the coffin lid trying to get out because they didn't reach out for help when they had a chance, when they had issues like addiction, depression, and low self-esteem. They didn't ask for help, and now they're in a coffin. Now it's too late. Instead, be a person that reaches out for help now. Be a person that calls us here at 844-405-HELP. Or you can even go and call a good friend of mine. I'll tell you his phone number next. He's also an addiction recovery coach. But call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back before your life is gone. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy, an addiction recovery coach, a life coach, a life saver, a life preserver, a crutch for you to lean on. Can be reached at 516-458-2741, 516-458-2741. You can also Google him at www.odysseyconsultant.org. And Larry Geis will take you from your addiction to your recovery, from your low self-esteem to higher self-esteem, from your depression to happier times. Folks, Larry Geis from the Geis Academy and I always tell people like you, it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter where you've been. What matters is that you're reaching out and getting help. You want help, you'll get help. Don't be this person in the coffin trying to now push the lid open asking for help. It's too late for them. Not for you. If you're watching me and you're blinking and you're breathing and you touch your wrist and you have a pulse, you still have hope. Call Larry Geis at 516-458-2741. Let Larry Geis help you take back your life. And let me also help you. Give me a call at 844-405-HELP. Folks, if this video seems a little blurry, it's not the quality of the video. It's the effectiveness of your glasses. Maybe it's time for a new prescription. Why not go to www.globaleyeglasses.com? When they started advertising, I said to myself, well, with over 30 years experience in the optometry business, why not assist my audience, you? So you'll see my videos better. So if you call me, you need help with your frames or your lenses, I'll make sure I give you a code for free shipping. Folks, they have over 1,200 frames, whether they're plastic, metal, half frame, full frame, or no frame. They have progressive lenses. They have line bifocal, so progressive is a no line bifocal. They have mirror coated, polarized, tinted. They have shatterproof lenses, polycarbonate, high index for thinner lenses. They have anti-reflective coating, UV coating, and scratch coating. All that is available. They have polarized lenses. And here's the great thing. They're about 70% less in cost than your freestanding brick and mortar optical store in your neighborhood. Folks, go to www.globaleyeglasses.com. Let them focus on saving you money. Let me just turn my phone down so we don't have a problem. Folks, today's topic is 7 life-changing reasons why you shouldn't be jealous or comparative. There are so many healthy and sound reasons why you shouldn't be jealous. Being jealous and comparative is human nature. You do it and I do it. But what we do with it and how deeply we let it take over our lives is a real issue in society. That's why I made an important life-changing list of reasons why you shouldn't be jealous. I hope they are profoundly helpful for you. Number one on my list is it steals your joy. The most obvious of the reasons why you shouldn't be jealous, that it steals your inner joy. That's right here. When you become jealous of a friend or a family member, you start to compare what they have to what you don't have, and it robs you of being personally fulfilled. Reaching for an unreachable or always wanting what you don't have prevents you from living a full, free life. A good quote to remember is, "Comparison is the thief of joy." How very true and convincing. Number two on my list is, takes your individuality. We are all unique in our abilities, strengths, weaknesses, appearance, body types, and personality. It what makes the world a colorful and beautiful place. Our individuality is something to be celebrated and cherished. Stop comparing yourself to the girl who is thinner or prettier than you, or who's more talented and makes more money than you, or for you guys out there who has a better build on them. There always would be somebody who's ahead of you in every area in your life. Be passionate about who you are and love your individuality. There is no one else on earth like you who can offer exactly what you can give towards society. Number three, makes you less thankful. Envy takes the place of thankfulness in our hearts. It's the green monster of jealousy that wishes we had more and clouds our eyes from seeing the many blessings that we do have. Being jealous and comparative of someone, something, or some aspiration makes you less thankful of what you already have and where you are in life. Next time a jealous feeling arrives, replace it with an attitude of thanksgiving by remembering the blessings you do have, and look around you and thank God for what you have. Number four is lack of satisfaction. The process of attaining more stuff to fill our bigger homes, better cars, and more successful careers is all fueled by jealousy and comparison of others. In mindset, it is completely toxic. It's not a bad thing to want to be successful and fulfilled in life. I think that's every person's dream. But to be utterly consumed by it, constantly wishing you were at a higher place and a higher status in life, or wanting a better house or a car, that a friend might have, does nothing but rip you from being satisfied in the exact season you're in. Move forward in life, but be satisfied with what you're doing. Number five is hurts relationships. I've been around even close friends who are obviously put off by a vibe of jealousy and comparison, by belittling their own gifts and talents and making snarkly remarks. This strains relationships and makes it less desirable to be around that person. Don't let comparative thoughts consume you. If you're not happy with where you are at life, do something about it. Change it. But don't be jealous. Don't be comparative. You're the only one who can make the changes regarding your own life. Number six, takes away from your self-worth. How do you value your self-worth? Is it in your family and your friends? Or perhaps you thrive on being a successful parent or career person. Maybe it's the praise of others. Those are all the areas to add to your life, but they don't define your self-worth. It's defined inwardly, not outwardly. Your purpose, meaning, and value as a human being are not circumstantial, but inherited. You will never feel completely worthy if you constantly compare what you don't have to others and strive to always want more in what they have. It just leads to more dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Last but not least, conforms your mind to culture. We are constantly bombarded by the values of our culture through magazines, books, movies, TV, shows, and media. Many of these values are superficial in nature and lead to emptiness. The photoshopped model on the cover of a magazine is not reality, but a distortion of true beauty. Fame and fortune are highlighted as glamorous and perfect, when we all know that's far from the truth. Money will never buy you happiness, despite all the consumerism says about it. Striving after these vain pursuits in life and living in jealousy are destructive for who we are, and what we teach our children and future generations about the important things in life. Every person has a jealousy feelings and comparative thoughts, but Have you ever ran into a person who so obviously was jealous of you or someone else? It became off their speech and body language, almost reeking, dripping of jealousy from their body. I know I have. When that happens, it's easy to see those feelings and thoughts have taken over that person, and I feel bad for them. Perhaps we have been that person one time or another. 7 life-changing reasons why you shouldn't be jealous and comparative. Number 1 is it steals your joy. The most obvious reasons why you shouldn't be jealous, it takes your inner joy. When you become jealous of a friend or a family member, you start to compare what they have and what you don't have. Don't do that. It kills your inner joy. It gives you no hope, nothing to look forward to. It takes your individualities. Number 2, we are all unique in our abilities, strengths, weaknesses, appearances, body types, and personalities. Our individuality is something to be celebrated and cherished. Stop comparing yourself to the girl who's thinner or the guy has more muscles. Number 3, makes you less thankful. Envy takes the place of thankfulness in our hearts. It's the green monster of jealousy and wishes we had more, and clouds our eyes from seeing the many blessings that we have. I always say, look at the glass. It's not half empty, it's half full. Look at that loaf of bread. Half a loaf of bread would be better if that bag was empty and there was no bread. Number 4, lack of satisfaction. The process of attaining more stuff to fill our bigger homes, better cars, and more successful careers, all fueled by jealousy and comparison. You always want to outdo someone else. Don't do that. You'll be happier without it. Number 5, hurts relationships. I've been around even close friends who are obviously put off by a vibe of jealousy and comparison by belittling their own gifts and talents and making snarky remarks. This strains relationships and makes it less than desirable to be around that person. Don't let comparative thoughts consume you. If you're not happy with what you have in your life, do something about it. You're the only one that can make the changes. So if you want to change, you want to be something else, do something about it. But don't compare yourself to others. Number 6, takes away from your self-worth. How do you value your self-worth? Is it in your family and friends? Or perhaps you thrive on being a successful parent or a career person? Maybe it's the praise of others. Those are all areas that add to your life, but they don't define your self-worth. It's defined by inwardly, not outwardly. Your purpose, meaning, and value as a human being are not circumstantial but inherited. You will never feel completely worthy if you constantly compare yourself to others and strive to always get what they have. Last but not least, conforms your mind to culture. We are constantly bombarded by values of our culture through magazines, books, movies, TV shows, and media. Many of these values are superficial in nature and leads to total emptiness. The Photoshop model on the cover of a magazine is not reality, but a distortion of true beauty. Fame and fortune are highlighted as glamorous and perfect, but when we all know that's far from the truth. Money will never buy you happiness, despite the consumerism that's out there advertising it well. Striving after these vain pursuits in life and living in jealousy are destructive for who we are, what we value, what we teach our children and the future generations about what's important in life to come. But have you ever ran into any person who was obviously so jealous that it was in their speech, their body language, dripping with jealousy? I know I have, and I'm sure you have. When that happens, it's easy to see that those feelings and thoughts have taken over a person. Perhaps we have all met a person like that. Folks, it's not what you have, it's who you are. Does it matter if your neighbor has 5 cars and you only have 1? But when you look in the mirror, you're happy when that person looks in the mirror. You see it on TV all the time. A lot of the actors and musicians, they have all the money in the world, yet they're committing suicide, yet they're unhappy. Money, objects are great to have, but not if it takes over your life. Reach within yourself Find out what your true value is. It's not that car. It's not that house. It's not your bank account. Your true value is you. And once you love you, you can love others. I hope to God, no matter where you're watching me, you have the best day of your life. I hope and I pray you all have a super, super sober rest of your life and a non-jealous or comparative rest of your life. And may God bless you.